Here's Paul from rmpforex.com and welcome to the weekly review of 4 major forex pairs based on Masterforex-V technical analysis. For those of you who don't know, I will just explain very quickly. Each weekend I am taking 4 major forex pairs and sharing my strategic direction for the upcoming week, which is 30% of my trading plan for the upcoming week. Each morning then I use that strategic direction to create a trading plan for the session for that day based on tactics and my trading system. So today we're going to take a look at EURUSD, British pound, uh, Australian dollar, and Canadian dollar against US dollar. Okay, so let's get straight into it. We'll start with EURUSD as usually. By the way, before we proceed, just make sure you read through the risk disclaimer. It is very important. Just click the pause button if you need some more time. So EURUSD. If you watched my last review, that was recorded here, if you remember, you will remember, but if you didn't, I advise you to go and watch it. I was mentioning that reference point here. I said that as soon as we will break through this reference point, this pair will go into H4 trend phase, and I will start using my trend following trading system. So this is what I did. In that place, I was using my trend following trading system, but based on that FZR of smaller timeframes and based on that FZR of smaller timeframes, I understood that it's time to stop doing it, to stop looking for some new sell position. So on Thursday, I could understand that I should stop looking at sell positions intraday. So now this pair is in this kind of flag phase. So logic is the same as the last time. Once we'll break to this reference point, then we'll have an FZR of D1 level, and then I can start using my trend following trading system. Once we'll go here and break through this reference point, I can start use my trend following trading system after that reference point as well, unless we will do an FZR here somewhere inside here. As long as we're between those reference points, I'm just staying away from this pair, and I will do nothing with that pair until we'll break through any of those reference points. So that's the area with EURUSD. By the way, guys, I know that you probably think that I am very smart now to analyze the history and where I was when the pair was doing that FZR up. So for those of you who is thinking like that, I can just suggest you to go to rmpforex.com and you can opt into a forex training where I personally will teach you how to use those Masterforex-V technical analysis and binary regularities. Based on those you can always find the difference between flat and trend phase. It is, if you ask anybody where is the trend, where is the flat, everybody can show you here is the trend, here is the flat, and blah blah blah. But if you ask him here what is the phase at the moment, nobody can answer, because not everybody has exact reference points that help them to determine is it a flat phase or is it a trend phase. My opinion, every professional trader has to know exactly where should he trade aggressively and where should he just avoid trading. So if you will look back into this EURUSD trend down, as you can see here, first of all, I had a pivot that was protecting this trend down here, then that pivot moved into here, and then that reference point moved into here. So throughout the week, once we broke through this reference point, which was on Thursday, I just stopped trading with that pair. So guys, again, if you want to learn, if you want to know how to use live these reference points, I can suggest you or recommend you to go and opt into RMP Forex training program, and I will teach you personally how to use those reference points. All right, let's go to the next pair, which is British pound against US dollar. Again, if you remember my last review, which was recorded here, if you don't, I recommend you to go and watch it, because actually you can watch some more reviews, because I'm going each weekend, I'm going with any of those 4 pairs, and you can see step by step how this Masterforex-V technical analysis is working live. So you can see that I'm not analyzing the history, and all I'm doing is live trading. So you will remember the last review, this pivot I mentioned that was broken, and this trend here stopped. And I also said that these are the reference points that I'm waiting to be broken. So we broke through this reference point, as you can see. And also I mentioned about it in our Facebook group RMP Forex community, and also I left some comments on the last video. You can go and check it out. So once we broke through this reference point, I said to everybody that we are now in a H4 trend phase down, and again pivot was first here, then it was here, and then as you can see, then it was broken as well on Thursday. So this pair also is back to a flat phase. So as long as we're between those reference points, I am staying away from this pair. But once we'll break through one of those reference points, let's say we'll break through this reference point, then we will have a D1 FZR down, and then I can start using my trend following trading system again and trade with this trend down. Once we'll go up and break through this reference point, then I will start using my trend following trading system up. As you probably know already, I don't trade inside flat phase. For me, flat is the place to avoid to, and I try to find trends, because in trends I can take out 1 to 4 risk ratio, or I try to look for 1 to 5 to 7 risk ratio. I think with that ratio you can have much more success and much more chance to earn some good money with Forex trading. So that's the idea with British pound. We'll see if any of those reference points will be broken. Let's move on to the next pair, which is Australian dollar against US dollar. And again here, if you watched my last review, which was recorded here, I mentioned that we have here an XZR of H4 level, and also we are back into this flat, a mini flat phase. And I said last time that to come back with my trend following trading system, I need this point to be broken. As you can see, the point was broken, and straight after that, I started using my trend following trading system, and I catch some of this trend down. So I'll just go to a smaller time frame to explain you what is happening now. You can see this pivot. This pivot now is protecting the trend down. From here, from somewhere over there, it comes here, and here that FZR. And as you can see here, also renewed low. So this reference point, as long as this pivot is not broken, the trend keeps going down, and the trend phase is still valid and it's still on. But also for me, this reference point is important. Once we'll break through this reference point, we will have an FZR of smaller time frame, which is H1. So in this case, I will have to wait until this C wave will stop. Once this C wave will stop, then I can start to use my trend following trading system down. But this C wave can break through the reference point, the pivot. So that C wave increases the risk that we can stop the whole trend down. So we'll see what will happen. So this reference point for me is more important for intraday. As long as this reference point is not broken, I will be using my trend following trading system. Once we'll break through this, I will just click the pause button with my trading and just wait and see what will happen with this wave. So guys, also it is very important, don't forget about D1 and weekly level. If you will go through my last reviews, you will remember that this is the pivot that protects the D1 trend up. And as you can see, this pivot is broken. Also, you will remember that an FZR of the weekly time frame comes through here. Actually, here is the level that I showed here. I'll just go to a weekly time frame. Here you can see the weekly FZR, here you can see the daily FZR. Both of them have the same reference point, same pivot, and that pivot is broken. That says to me that this pair is back to a flat face of D1. So this impulse down is not finished yet. Here you can see the pivot point that is protecting this impulse down. So it could go a bit lower. I don't know where it will go, but once we'll break through the pivot that protects this impulse, we will come back to the flat face of D1. So that might happen this week, but we'll see. So that's the idea. That's the idea for Australian dollar. Again, just remind you what I'm going to do. As long as this reference point is not broken, I will try to find some new sell positions with some low risk. Next pair is Canadian dollar against US dollar. And again, if you will remember my last review, which was recorded here, I said that this pivot is broken and I am leaving this pair alone for time being, unless we will make an FZR somewhere here. As you can see, it never happened, and it was the right decision for me just to wait, keep waiting with this pair. So for upcoming week, again, I will be waiting for the same. I will be waiting for FZR of H4 down, and once it will happen, then I will start using my trend following trading system. I don't know if it will happen or not, but for those of you who watch me for a long time, you will also remember that I'm constantly keep reminding you about this FZR of a weekly time frame. And this FZR has a pivot point that protects this trend, and it is here. So once we'll break through this pivot, then the weekly time frame will go back to flat face. Just for you to keep that in mind, because we are kind of moving a little bit up here. We'll see if we'll break through. So once we'll break through this reference point, then I can also jump in with some long-term positions into that trend down. But for now, I am just trading intraday, or rather, I'm just waiting. I'm not even opening intraday positions because I have to wait until we create a new FZR down. So that's the idea with Canadian dollar. Guys, again, if you want to learn how to use those reference points, if you want to know live how to find those reference points, I invite you to join the Forex training course. Me personally, I will teach you how to do them. It's a 3-month training course, and I will also give you my own experience. You will create your own trading system based on Masterforex-V Technical analysis. So for those of you who is not ready to do that, I just invite you to subscribe to this channel and just keep watching me. Keep following this channel, and I think you will get some more value out of this. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and if you have any thoughts, ideas, or questions, just use the comment section below. I will be more than glad to hear from you. And again, if you are not subscribed yet, click the subscribe button, and I wish you good luck for the upcoming week, and see you next weekend.